I'd ask me to start freestyling. Honestly, I don't like the nightlife.
Save Sweat.
We come to you from downtown Los Angeles. I'm Ed Cohen with Jay Williams. Jay, the stars always come out.
Well, Center is rocking tonight.
Showtime always in this building. The opening tip corralled by the Lakers, and we're underway in downtown Los Angeles. A big finish at the rim.
I don't know if the scouting report has made its way out here yet, but if anything, it says you need to not let him get that close to the rim.
Here comes the screen. Oladipo against the great shot blocker, Chandler. The pass set it all up.
Strong finish. That's what you need, regardless of contact, focusing on the rim.
Lonzo Ball brings it up the floor to Caldwell Pope. Going to launch beyond the arc. Can't connect. It's no good. Trying to cash in. Oladipo's shot no good. Jay, the Lakers, not just a great franchise, but they are a brand in the NBA. With LeBron James. What do you make of Laker fans accepting him maybe now or down the road as one of their own?
They better accept him now. I agree wholeheartedly with Jeannie Buss when she said they're not Laker fans if they're not happy about LeBron James. He is a Laker, and this is one of the most loyal fan bases we have, not just in this country, but in the entire world. The most Twitter followers.
Stuffs it down with authority.
It looks like he's using his ball handling to feel the game out. I know it looks like he's just playing around out there trying to get the fans going. That is true, but he's also finding his rhythm. The easy dunk, some yelling, some kind of emotion. I need you to get involved back in this ballgame.
It's good. Count the basket and the foul.
So many times we get on the defender for quote-unquote letting the offensive player score on an and one. Sometimes there's a lucky bounce, but more often than not, it's the offensive player who makes the play happen despite the defender's best intentions.
Free throw up and good, and the three-point play puts them up early in this one. Collison into the front court. He'll run the offense. To Turner. Oh, Miles Turner, 2 for 2. That's what you want.
That's a strong finish. Regardless of contact, finishing strong is key.
Deep right corner. James to Kyle Kuzma. Caldwell Pope. Good offense beating good defense. Kentavious Caldwell Pope with the basket.
I mean, does he have eyes in the back of his head or what? I get paid money to watch and study this game daily. Even I didn't see that angle.
Easy path to the rim.
I see this happen all the time. It used to happen to me. Sometimes an easy offense allows more effort to translate to the defensive end.
He was smothered and still gets it to go down.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
To Turner. Deep two there, won't go.
And that's how you close out on a shooter with a sense of urgency. The shooter was more worried about his landing space than he was the shot.
Kentavious Caldwell Pope, 2 for 3 now here in the first.
Great job using that shoulder to create contact with the defender without hesitation.
Drive here, but the shot stays out. Grabs his own miss and scores. Good concentration.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
Lonzo with it. It's 14-12. Over to the right side to Kyle Kuzma. Nothing going here on that drive. And scores.
This offseason, I heard so many voices, even that of the great Shaquille O'Neal, talking about how LBJ needed to cement his own legacy. Well, for LeBron, it's not about chasing external accolades. It's about hunting your own legacy, and that's to be the greatest of all time.
Oladipo. Down to Young. From the painted area, won't go down. To James. And he's fouled. Very close, Jay. The result, he's going to the line.
Guys like Gary Payton would always take ones early like this all the time. Number one, to see if they'll get caught. And number two, to leave a little mark on you to remind you that they'll be on you all game long.
Off the mark on the first free throw. And he's able to hit the second after missing that first one. Jay, no question, the Pacers were the surprise of the NBA last year. What are your expectations for them now?
Top 4 seed in the Eastern Conference. And it all starts with Victor Oladipo. Last year, he was the guy, but this year, he needs to become the man.
Rises for the slam.
It's that easy, Ed. You never want to leave any doubt when attacking the rim.
James into the front court. Just under a minute to play here in this opening quarter. Oh, nice find for the basket.
Contact on a drive can be a beautiful thing. Making those tough shots can really help you build a mental advantage over your defender.
Down to Young. Plenty of contact. The shot no good. Into the front court comes Rondo. They can get a 2-for-1 if they play this right. Gets it in the right corner. Kyle Kuzma. His first effort off the mark. To Oladipo. It goes down.
I love the drive to the basket there. Instead of trying to go around or over, go through.
LeBron with it up top. Shot clock turned off as they get a chance to build their lead. For three, that's not his range. It's no good. On top, Jay and I back with more after this. You're watching the NBA on one quarter down. Jay, is anyone gonna miss? Defense was not good in that first quarter.
The pace of this game has been prolific. As a fan, I love to watch. As a coach, I would be pulling my hair out. These players would drive me crazy. I need to see some defense, please.
I don't want to ask this question. What hair?
Why would you ask it then if you don't want to ask?
Just go in there.
Okay. Well, you win.
And he's fouled. Very close, Jay. Free throws coming up.
There's a very fine line between maximum effort and carelessness. I'm willing to live with a few mistakes and maximal effort than having to constantly remind my players to close out.
And he makes them both. Oladipo into the... to Evans. 5 to shoot for Indiana. Fires the three. Offensive and a putback slam.
Woo, that's nasty right there.
Lonzo Ball with the rock. Beyond the arc for three. Shot off the mark. Good defense.
Shooters shoot. Period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
Changes coming from both sides right now. Here's a chance from long range. Great defense, forcing the miss.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
To Josh Hart. He gets it.
There's some players out there that like the freedom of space, and then we have the anomalies. We have the players who feel comfortable being uncomfortable, and almost the physicality of the game centers them and puts them right on balance every time.
And they call the foul. Jay, he was there too late.
Smart play to rip through the extended arm of the defender. That will get you to the free throw line every time.
First free throw is good. Able to convert on both free throws. Oh, with the foul. And a chance coming up at the line.
Oh, you got to know your personnel. That's not someone you want to send to the line for a free two.
And hits the first free throw. no good on the second. It's a 1-of-2 trip. Into the front court comes Collison, trailing by 4. And he's fouled. Earns a trip to the foul line, Jay.
Aggressive play there, but you can't fault the defender for being up in the shooter. You need to contest shots, each and every one of them.
Darren Collison, couple of free throws on the way. A career 85% free throw shooter. Knocks down the first. And gets both to drop at the line.
Entering the game for Indiana.
Lonzo controls the offense. Kuzma to Ball. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Cleans it up. Miles Turner sends it away. Calls out of bounds. Last touch by Miles Turner. Coach is going to shift gears and adjust his matchups. Ball. Won't go. He needs some luck on his side given how they're defending.
The most important thing a shooter can do is continue to shoot. The defense is always going to give great effort, but it's more of your psyche that goes into the next shot that will limit you on whether you make the shot or not.
Count the basket.
Hand down, man down. You got to get up and contest the shot.
Ball into the front court. Looking to make something happen. Hart to Ball. Goes to the right side. Doesn't have the touch. No good.
And you have to remember that your hand is part of the ball. There wasn't enough contact on that play for the refs to blow the whistle.
And stuffs it home.
Well, they have such great flow to their offense this evening. The ball isn't sticking to one player individually. It's moving around the perimeter, and it's zipping. They're playing with a special cohesiveness.
Coach has seen enough. He wants some changes. New personnel onto the floor. It's Indiana basketball. The screen sets him up for 2.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Now the Lakers going to use a timeout as they'll talk things over in what's now a 4-point game. Looks like both teams are making substitutions. Jay, Magic and Kobe each won 5 titles. How are you going to judge LeBron James' legacy in L.A.?
LeBron James wins 1 championship in L.A. That means he will set himself apart. He will have won 4 championships in 3 different cities. Now, that is polarizing for some fans. That still does not take away from the overall greatness and the legacy of LeBron James.
LeBron James rejects it. Los Angeles has the basketball. Give him 2 points. High percentage.
In the paint, you need to finish just like that.
LeBron James with the block.
Blocking so many shots only gives your perimeter that much more confidence to really apply more pressure.
The assist from number 0.
Collison into the front court. Under a minute to go before halftime. Finish that.
What happened is he didn't balance himself off the defender. He didn't initiate contact. He allowed the contact to initiate him. We could break that down later in the broadcast, but that's why he missed that easy chipping.
Into the front court comes Collison. 4 points the differential as we come up on halftime. Has a look. A shot no good there for Ingram.
I'm not sure that the contest on the shot contributed to the miss, but what it might have done is seep into the confidence of the shooter that the next time he might decide to try to drive to the rim instead of settling for a jump.
To James. LeBron James. He's now 5 for 6.
Ooh, he teased me a little bit right there, but see, I like that. That's called a great entertainer. Always leaving me on the edge of my seat.
Screen coming. inside the arc. At the buzzer. And that's going to get out of bounds. Off a Laker. The pass taken away by the Lakers. That's it for the first half. The Lakers have the lead.
The Lakers will start the second half with a decent lead. It was their playmaking, the way they gave each other scoring opportunities. That really impresses me. I love seeing unselfish basketball like that. These are the guys getting buckets for the Los Angeles Lakers. The Pacers have dug themselves a bit of a hole after 2 quarters. They've been scrappy, doing their best to be competitive. We'll see if their efforts are more rewarded in the second half. These are the guys getting buckets for the Indiana Pacers.
Game track. Blocks.
The Los Angeles Lakers have been making the kind of defensive impact that can affect the team mentally. After a lot of those blocks, you'll start to see guys more hesitant and second-guessing shot opportunities.
Player of the half.
LeBron James couldn't be denied the award after all of those slams. He might get top plays all to himself at the end of the game if he keeps this up.
Who was cold?
Forget cold. This guy will be happy to be lukewarm at this point. He can't seem to get anything going. Top plays, and we've got 3 of them for you.
Number 2. Number 1.
Back to Ed and Jay to bring you the second half action.
Jay, sum it up. Why was Victor Oladipo the most improved last year?
Because he was no longer Robin. Victor Oladipo has become Batman, and he attacks the game the same way Russell Westbrook does. That short stint at OKC taught Victor Oladipo how to compete 24/7.
To Caldwell Pope. James. Deep right corner. Domantas Sabonis pins it.
This game is all about playing mind tricks on people. The offense is more worried about getting their shot blocked than they are about actually making the shot.
Pacers control. To Collison. Nice pass to set things up. Count the basket. 2 more points in the paint.
This is where I go back into player mode. Dude starts to try to have 40 points on me, I'm going to foul out. I'm going to start hitting him in places he's not used to being hit. I'm trying to do anything to throw him off his game.
Turns and slams it down.
It's not every day that you see a 6'9", 265-pound freight train coming down the lane. You probably want to step out of the way.
To Collison. Had a good look there, but it's no good. To Caldwell Pope. And a throwdown.
We call that get your money and put it in the bank.
Indiana with the basketball. Collison to Oladipo. Here comes the screen. Oladipo defended by Tyson Chandler. To Collison. Lets it fly from long range. Another chance. Tyson Chandler sends it away. Oh, Miles Turner. 4 out of 7.
Great job using that shoulder to create contact with the defender without hesitation.
To Kyle Kuzma. Off the assist.
Hey, look. Pretty dudes can mix it up once in a while, too, I guess.
Collison into the front court. Tyson Chandler with a piece. And he's going to the line to shoot.
The game is too tight for you to be taking risks like that. You want to avoid foul trouble at all costs.
And he connects on the first free throw. Second one off the mark. He goes 1 for 2.
Uh-oh, you know you can't go off me out here.
To Caldwell Pope. Count the bucket for 2.
Because in certain players' mind, it doesn't matter if they're amongst the trees or not. They're always going to be the giant in the paint.
Into the front court comes Collison. The margin standing now at 7. Screen coming. Oladipo to Collison. Los Angeles, they have it. Stuffs it down with authority.
It's easy to become mesmerized when you watch a player who can create off the dribble. We call that dancing. When you allow a player to dance with that much space, that's Prob City.
Sabonis against Chandler. Runner here won't go down.
It's because he took his eye off his target, Ed. As an offensive player, you have to glare at where the defender's coming to, but quickly redirect yourself to your actual target. He was more consumed with the defender than he was the actual rim.
Count it.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did. What the defender did.
Both teams tweaking their lineups. Here come some changes. Evans.
Give me the ball, give me the ball.
To Turner. Oh, Miles Turner. With that shot, he's 5 for 8.
And Ed, here's my offensive theory. More touches, more points. This is a fast-paced league. Either the coaches adapt or you'll be left behind.
Hart. Fires the 3, buries it on the catch and shoot.
Ed, let me tell you how this one goes. It ain't no fun if the homies can't have some. Everyone's getting a piece of the rock tonight.
Collison into the front court. His guys trail by 10. Nothing going here on that drive. Layup goes down. Well done.
Ed, I get it. I know why Indiana fans love Thaddeus Young. He's that guy that just shows up to work every day and is going to outwork you, outgrind you. They don't make players like that anymore.
Not that time. He missed it. And he's fouled. A couple of free throws coming up, Jay.
I don't know about that one, Ed. I always thought your hand was part of the ball.
JaVale McGee has got 2 shots coming. History not on his side. 58% from the line. First one, count it.
Boy.
Goes 2 for 2 at the line. Pacers with the possession. To Turner. Sizing up the defense. Count the basket at the rim.
It's so difficult to block a guy like that with that kind of athleticism and length. Your timing almost has to be perfect, but pretty much there's no stopping him when he's around the rim.
Has a chance Gets him. McGee punching it home with the putback slam.
JaVale has such a good nose around the basket until he doesn't.
What are you saying there, Jay?
Nah, it's 50-50 sometimes.
Well, hopefully it's half glass full in this regard. McGee powers it through. Just inside the arc, at the buzzer. There's the buzzer. 3 quarters complete. So far, it's been all Lakers. It's Lakers ball as we start the 4th quarter. They have clearly been the better side so far. Jay, that's reflected on the scoreboard.
Well, the cardinal rule in the game of sport is whenever you go into the 4th quarter, it's 0-0. You have to play the game with the scoreboard saying 0-0. And if you can win that game by double digits, then you've done your job in 4.
Kyle Kuzma has the basketball. To Ball. 4-3. Off the mark. No good. Matthews. Off the assist.
Look, the most efficient offenses are the ones with the highest number of assists. There are only 5 teams in the league that average 25 assists or more.
To Caldwell Pope. From long range. And it's rebounded by Bogdanovich. Joseph with it. They find themselves down 10. Knocked away. It's getting dangerous down there.
And I hated getting my shot blocked like that, but I did like getting the ball right back.
Matthews. To Young. The Pacers with 4 to shoot. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down.
And easy, too. Get back on defense.
Now the Lakers are going to call a timeout as they'll make sure they're all on the same page here in the 4th quarter.
The difference is going to be the best player on the court. He's a guy that you have to trust in. He has to get the ball. And sometimes as a coach, you need to let go and let your best players do what they do.
Mixing things up. Hockey line substitutions. Both teams making changes. And count the basket inside.
We're watching a clinic right now. We're watching basketball 1-on-1. Whoever this professor is, he needs to get paid top dollar.
It's Indiana basketball. To Oladipo. Probing the defense. Oladipo. Oh, good defense by the Lakers. Oladipo into the front court. The deficit now up to 12. LeBron James.
Oh, and he can't keep it in off the block.
Man, that was impressive.
You know why? I don't see anybody on the defensive end standing up out of position. I see everybody squatted down, really active with their hands. That's the mentality that will lead you to where you want to go.
Young. Now ready with a couple of free throws.
Aggressive play there, but you can't fault the defender for being up in the shooter. You need to contest shots, each and every one of them.
Victor Oladipo at the line for 2 shots. For his career, 80% at the line. First one goes down. And fails to hit them both. Hits the first, misses the second. Across the timeline comes James. The lead is 11. Trying to cash in, just off the mark.
That's how you do it. You keep riding him to the basket, and if the refs aren't calling it, keep being physical. Keep knocking him off balance.
Thaddeus Young, consistent effort. He's at 50%.
Contact on a drive can be a beautiful thing. Making those tough shots can really help you build a mental advantage over your defender.
Miles Turner able to recover with the block.
Here's one of the biggest secrets as we move into this new age of basketball, especially in the draft room. You have to draft players with size and length. That's the biggest deterrent for any team offensively.
Oladipo into the front court. His guys got a piece of it.
Jumping out the gym right now, Ed.
Great anticipation. That'll get out off one of the Pacers. Shifting gears. Here comes some substitutions. Drove the lane and finished strong at the hoop on that one.
It just seems like nobody can stop him but him. Once he's found his offensive swag, that boy's deadly.
Oladipo, nice pass to set things up. Miles Turner scores some in close.
Ed, I remember this in so much detail. I was watching the NBA pre-draft camp and I saw Miles Turner run, and myself and all the scouts, everybody's like, whoa, wait a second, what is that? But I give the Pacers a lot of credit. They had a trainer that worked with his gait, and now that's exactly who he is. A big that can run down, block shots, and be active on the perimeter defensively.
LBJ with it. Whistled for the foul. Chance coming up at the free throw line.
Ed, the reality is that good jump shooters know how to get those calls. Overall, though, there's less flopping in the game, which is great. But there's something uncanny about certain players' abilities to get those calls on a regular basis.
No back to... Back free throws here. He missed the second. Has a look. Oladipo shot misses.
A second. The great players, they just sustain that kind of dynamic energy throughout the entire ball game.
Ball. Not that time. And the finish at the rim.
You normally don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time. Every once in a while, they venture into the paint.
Stuffs it down with authority.
I know there's that old saying that says one man can't beat five, but we're watching one man carry four other players. His back has to be hurting. Another big-time finish.
To Oladipo. Oh, great pass, setting up the basket.
In the paint, you need to finish, just like that.
To Caldwell Pope. Gets it in the right corner. Rondo. Off the iron. No good. On the follow. Way to stay with it.
And sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
Pacers control. Rajon Rondo tips it.
You know, sometimes basketball can become a very beautiful thing to watch. During the regular season, things can get difficult. Energy can be low. The passion at times can even be lower because players are tired. They're fatigued. But today, it's all been good. They're putting in an absolute show with killer efficiency and tremendous effort and intensity.
Kentavious Caldwell-Pope is going to get a chance at 3 here. For his career, 78% at the line. Knocks down the second free throw. And he hits all 3 free throws. The Lakers get the victory as they win this one handily. That does it. For my partner Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. As we say, so long, everyone.
The Lakers got themselves a win here today. They did plenty of great things, but we all know what's going to be remembered are the dunks. And you know what? I'm going to remember nothing but the dunks as well. Here are the guys who put up the most points for the Los Angeles Lakers. The Pacers couldn't put it together to get the victory here today. I'm sure they can't help but feel frustrated with the result, but they can't let that feeling linger. Sooner than later, they need to start thinking about the next matchup. Here are the guys who put up the most points for the Indiana Pacers.
Game track. 3-point shooting.
The Los Angeles Lakers were able to stretch the defense because of how effectively they were scoring from long range. The opposition couldn't make the necessary adjustments and now have to settle with a loss.
Player of the game.
The chosen one was happy to throw down plenty of dunks. And if the defense happened to be there, he brought them along for the ride.
Who was cold?
What can you say about a guy like this? Except that he fits the title of this segment. He was definitely cold in this game. Time now for the top plays of the game.
Number 2. Number 1.
These are the upcoming matchups for the Los Angeles Lakers. On behalf of Ed Cohen and Jay Williams, this is Jalen Rose signing off.